Jump chapter number 16 from verse number 8. Jesus began to speak to his disciples the importance why he must leave the scene. It was expedient for him to leave the scene. He had run a very successful ministry on the earth and fulfilled his course. But the argument, therefore, was that the time was so short that he could have stayed a lot more. But then, in his exegesis, he began to explain why he needed to go and the danger of him not leaving the scene. The danger being, therefore, that the Comforter would not have the liberty to come if Jesus first does not leave the scene. And if that does not happen, there is so much limitation that will be encapsulated within the body of Christ if the Comforter is not available to us. In verse 5, he tries to describe the Comforter, his function, his person, and his ability. And so in verse 8, he says, speaking of this Comforter, he says, and when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin and of righteousness and of judgment. There are many functions within the capacity of the Comforter, and captured within that very essence, one of which is, one, the ability to judge, to reprove the earth, to reprove the world of their sins. Number two, to reprove them of righteousness, and number three, of judgment. And then in verse 9, he goes ahead to explain. He says, reproving of sin because they did not believe in me. Verse 10, of righteousness because I go to my Father and you will see me no more. Verse 11, of judgment because the prince of this world is judged. Listen, it's not that the prince of this world is going to be judged or will be judged. It's not a futuristic agenda. Jesus is saying by the finishing of the course of Jesus on the cross, the prince of this world is already judged. So when you see the devil going about on rampage, acting like a warlock, he's a toothless bulldog. He has already been judged. The only reason he seems to be powerful is because you have not woken up to the reality of the testimony of Jesus over your life by the work of Jesus. The devil is only as powerful as the weakness of the Christian. The devil is only as powerful as the ignorance of the believer. Verse 12, he says, I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he says he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and he will show you things to come. The Spirit of truth, he will guide you. He will guide you into all truth. In other words, you will be able to navigate the pathways of the Spirit by the light of the truth that the Spirit provides. The Spirit realm is like a wilderness. It's like a desert. It's like the ocean. You cannot go without a compass. You will be lost within. And it is the Spirit of truth that is your compass. He guides you into all truth. So this is first establishing the fact that first, the Comforter was the agenda of Jesus, was the plan of Jesus, was introduced by Jesus. As a matter of fact, Jesus calls him the Spirit of truth. And his responsibility primarily is to guide you into all truth.